Seconds left to go in the first half. Of course, we'll be joined by Jay Briggs when he makes it. But the Dolphins here playing without Tua, and of course down here by 8 points, trying to get something together. They get the ball complete down to about the 6-yard line here with 15 seconds. They're going to get a couple cracks at the end zone here, and of course they receive the second half. So all this is big when we factor in the halftime betting. The Dolphins missed the field goal and were burnt on a long play to T. Higgins. But outside of that, it's been a lot of penalties against the Dolphins is really what this game has been. I don't watch the game with sound, so I'd love a Tua update on things. But, of course, what we see so far is the Dolphins with a chance to score here and to make it pretty tight here at the half. So Jay is here. Welcome, Jay. Can't hear you, but hopefully it gets straightened out quickly. But anyways, I didn't hear what the injury was, but it's a touchdown here for the Dolphins. And like I said, they received the ball for the second half. So it should be a little more interesting, I think, than a lot of people might think with Tua out. And like I said, I don't watch with sound, so I'm not sure what the Tua injury is. That's, I don't know what it was, but they carted him off. I'm going to guess it was serious. It looked to be like he was moving after he hit the ground. But when they strap him down like that, it's usually a lot of precaution. And the Dolphins missed the extra point. Oh, man, just a rough day here in the wind in Cincinnati for Sanders. But the Dolphins here down by 2. And like I said, they get the ball to start the second half. Jay, how you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
You got the, Dolphins and the Bengals. What do you think of what you've seen so far?
It's going pretty much how I thought it was going. How I thought it was going to go. Sad to see Tua go out like that. We knew he was concussed last week, and to see him, I was worried about him playing today, and to see him in a situation like that go out on a stretcher is unfortunate.
It
Part
really
of the
didn't look
game.
like he was hit all that hard.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's because it was a previous injury, and so when you tack them on like that, then that's typically what happens. It wasn't like you said. It really wasn't like nothing we haven't seen or nothing we don't see every Sunday.
Yeah, it just seemed odd, really, when you look at it. BYU and Utah State battling it out as well. This game has been tied, and to me, I'm going to take BYU in the second half. I think it's just a matter for me of them getting it together here. But getting them at minus 10.5 for the second half, I really think they're still going to cover the game, to be honest with you. So
I got the under in that game, and I'm gonna stick with it in that one. So
the total in that was 60, right?
yeah, 60.
So I think, for me, I think that BYU comes out and puts 4 touchdowns on them. They made that first touchdown look really, really easy, and then just have made it hard on themselves. I think in this Bengals-Dolphins game, just, as always, and I say this, it seems I'm a broken record on this, but there's some real questionable officiating here. I mean,
Yeah,
it just seems at certain points, every flag is on Miami, and then when they pick up the flags, that's when you know they're just throwing flags randomly when they just pick them up. And, there was one where the defensive back hit the receiver, and they threw a penalty on it, and then they picked it up. And I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what happened because, like I said, I don't watch it with sound. But I just know that no penalty was actually assessed on the play.
yeah, man. The officiating is always,
To
not.
me, it just seems like it's that the Dolphins kind of getting the short end there, but then I don't know, the flag sort of calmed down. But we'll have to see. We can take a look at the box score here, find out what the real story was as far as that goes. See if I'm just blowing smoke or it really was as one-sided on the penalties. So Miami 5 penalties for 36 yards, Bengals 3 for 54. I believe 2 of those penalties were on the same play on the Bengals. But outside of that, to me, it's like Joe Mixon, the fourth down going for it was really a swing play for the Bengals in this game. I mean, they had a chance to put the Dolphins away early and, up 14-6 there right before the half, letting the Dolphins get into the end zone. And now the Dolphins get the ball for the second half. And Teddy Bridgewater, who generally throws a floater of a ball, getting some mustard on it here in this on his throws that we've seen. And the Bengals have no answer for Tyreek Hill here. I mean, they have no answer. He is wide open on every single play. And they haven't been able to get the ball to Waddle as effectively, but Tyreek Hill has been wide open on every single play. So if Teddy can get him the ball, my guess is they're gonna put more pressure on Bridgewater here to try and stop that, because if they let him sit back there, he's going to throw the ball. Tyreek Hill's going to have 20 catches if they let him do that. And, a couple of those are going to go for touchdowns if you give Tyreek Hill that many chances. But let's take a look at these second half lines.
I'm seeing -2.5 Cincinnati, and the total sitting at 23.
Yeah, that -2.5, it's a reflection of the Tua injury. I mean, that's really what it is. The Dolphins get the ball to start the second half. I'm going to take the Dolphins here at +150. I don't care, man. It's like, I think it's, I have the Dolphins plus the points. I'm feeling pretty good with that. I think it's going to be a super tight game. The Bengals play in a lot of very close games. And this one, a 2-pointer, so you could see this thing getting into that field goal, 1 point, and, coming down to the end where, maybe Miami or Cincinnati needs a 2-point conversion to tie the game and get it to overtime. And, either they make it or they miss it, and, type thing. And I say, why not? I'll take the Dolphins the second half at plus the 150. I just think there's some value there,
And I'm with you. Going into the game on the drive-thru tonight, if y'all were watching, I gave out Dolphins money line. I know Tua was out, but Bridgewater, he's a journeyman. He's been a starter in this league. He's probably 1, 2, 3 when it comes to backups. He's in that discussion. So I don't. There's
I don't know. I felt the Dolphins' other backup really outplayed him in the preseason, and
it's because Bridgewater really didn't play that much in the preseason. The other guy played more.
He did. He was outplayed, and we know that Teddy's capable. He's been a winner everywhere he's been, and this is the team that he watched growing up. I mean, he is from Miami, and this was the team he always wanted to play on growing up.
Yeah, and so we just seen the drive he just put together in the half. I'm going to stick with the Dolphins to pull this game out outright. I think they win it outright.
I think they do as well.
And I like the under as well still, too, in this game. I think it gets a little tighter in the second half. And, I think we maybe see 17 points in the second half.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a lot of scoring because the Dolphins' defense seems to be tuned in here on the Bengals. The Bengals had that big drive, and then they had the one play to Higgins coming out of the Tua injury. When the Dolphins just, they seem to be flat-footed. But I think Teddy completing those passes, moving the team down the field, I think he's got them out of it. And the Dolphins clearly the more talented team on the field here. I mean, that's really not even a question. Like I said, if they don't put pressure on Bridgewater, Tyreek Hill is wide open on every single play. The Bengals cannot cover him. I mean, you could try throwing Eli Apple on him all day you want, but we know what that's going to be. That's going to be 6 points every single time. So, I don't know. We just saw Teddy carve him up here, when the Bengals knew that the Dolphins were up against it in a 2-minute drill. And Teddy just carved him right up down the field. So, I mean, you think the Bengals are going to have more answers than that going forward. We have not seen that in this game. The Dolphins.
We really haven't seen that all year.
Well, the Dolphins haven't punted in this game.
You know what
I think they did. I think they did punt once, but I got the spinning wheel on Amazon, and the thing stopped, and I missed like a segment of the game. And then what happened was, instead of the game coming back up, a thing finally came up and said, "We're unable to connect the streaming and whatever. Here's a link for customer service to submit a ticket." Thanks a lot, guys at Amazon. I mean, this has got to go. This is the worst thing to happen to football since the elimination of the horse collar tackle. This really is right up there with it.
Yeah, but yeah, we haven't really seen Cincinnati play any. Only good game of football they played was against the Jets. So take that for what you want.
Well, the Dolphin defense is still playing here. I mean, they got roasted on that one play by Higgins and the first drive, but outside of that, we've seen nothing from the Bengals in between those plays. And the Dolphins, they've moved it. They've moved the ball. I thought when they went for that field goal that they missed, that 4th and 1, they should have gone for it. I mean, I'm not the coach, obviously, and I don't get to make those calls, but I don't understand why you don't go for it there.
Yeah, and that's really the story of the game. Missed field goal, mixed an extra point.
So
You
Matt
know,
Lester is saying that on DirecTV it is on channel 9526. That would be a dream if that is the case. I have DirecTV. I'm going to check it out on my TV. If this is the naked channel, I'm going to be pissed. So it's saying you need to add this channel. If you are already subscribed to the channel, you've seen this message in error. Highlight more info. To order a package with this channel, go to directtv.com. I thought I had everything. So is this extra? You have to have DirecTV. If you watch NFL football, you have to have DirecTV because it's the only thing that you can get all the games on. So it's like you have to have DirecTV. I have DirecTV on 7 TVs in my house. I have ones on a cart. You guys have seen pictures of it. I roll it into the living room. I already have 5 TVs out there. But some Saturdays you just need that 6th. Yeah, maybe to reset, press the red button. Go to directtv.com or call customer service. I'm going to do it. Oh, Comcast is the worst, man. I can't even figure out what channel is what on that thing. I have one TV that's Comcast, so if we have a storm or bad weather, I have that TV. But it's like I can never tell what channel is what on that. It doesn't even make any sense the way they have them grouped. But anyways, Dolphins plus 2.5 here still. We've got plus 150 on the money line. That's where I'm at. I went small on the money line here for the second half. I have the Dolphins plus the points for the game, and Dolphins money line for the game, and I'm on it small. I'll admit it. It's
I'm on it. I'm on it small as well because I have I'm on the under pretty well for the whole game. So and then I got a pretty nice size teaser out there as well. So
I
that's
thought
what
I
I got.
had everything on DirecTV, to be honest with you. I thought I had every channel. I don't understand why I don't. I mean, you know what? I don't have like, I have this all, I don't know. It's weird. I thought I had everything, but I guess I don't have everything. Press accounts, business accounts, call eight eight
With
eight 388 4249, or in Puerto Rico, call 787-776-5252.
with
¿Dónde
cable companies,
está,
you really
dónde
never know.
está el football game?
Yeah, you never know with those cable companies.
You have no idea, but yeah, a lot of people in the comments think it's Bengals. I've had great runs on these halftime shows over the years. This year, I have really not had them on these primetime games. I've gone to primetime games, 10, 15 weeks in a row without losing a pick on these. But this year, I can't haven't seemed to be able to get hot on it. On the Sunday early games, we've been killing it. And this week on Sunday early games, we've got a lot of games.
Yeah,
So I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see that, and we have a real early game too. But that we'll probably do the halftime show during our
morning show.
during the morning show. Did you have any other picks today besides this game? Anything?
I had 2 picks today. I had the under in this game and the under in BYU Utah State.
I had the Guardians was my MLB big play. They came back with 2 runs in the 8th inning, man. It was a nail biter all the way.
Yeah, I didn't have any MLB today. It would have been the Guardians though. I had them yesterday.
NBA 5 in the morning.
Yeah, we got some preseason NBA, but
Overseas.
yeah, but I ain't watching it.
I won't be watching it either.
I'm ready for the actual season to start though. I
I
can't
am.
wait.
I like the preseason in NBA. I watch it, but I'm not going to watch it at 5 in the morning. I'll watch the
Yeah.
replay on NBA TV. They'll show it without a lot of the crap in between. It takes like about an hour and 25 minutes when they filter everything out of it, which is nice.
Yeah, man. I think Bridgewater can galvanize the troops for Tua, man, and I think the Dolphins can still pull out the outright win. And I like the under still. You know, that's just how I see it.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins can still win this game. Teddy Bridgewater has looked pretty sharp in this game. He's Teddy, down the field, he generally throws a little bit of a floater, but maybe working, with Tua has got him into this. Even in college, he was a floater thrower, at Louisville. But
Yep.
we'll see if he can guide him home. I think I think this one really is gonna come down to the Dolphins' defense, and if they're able to contain him. They certainly have hit Joe Burrow plenty of times. The play where Joe Burrow tucked it under and tried to run, and he got absolutely clocked was one of the better plays of the game. I thought Joe Mixon's touchdown that he went through that pile and was still standing on the other side was pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sifting through the comments, seeing if anyone
Me
has
too.
anything else to add here that I must be missing. But
Rod on the Dolphins money line with us, so I seen him in the comments.
nice, we'll take it. Dolphins money line. What that must have been when they were down by 8 was they were plus 340, all the way up to plus 400. And probably once Teddy threw that ball and we saw that Tyreek Hill was still wide open. He has been wide open. He's open over the middle. He's open down the sideline. It's like basically they can just put him anywhere and they can't lay a glove. But they've kicked off the second half. The Dolphins receive the second half, take the ball at the 5-yard line. They run it out to about the 23.5. And we'll see what the Dolphins offense can do. We'll find out why I don't get channel 9526.
I gotta pull it up on my computer.
Yeah, Waddle has really not been a big part of this game plan. We saw one throw to the tight end early, but they don't seem to be looking at anybody else because Tyreek Hill is wide open on every single play. So it's like they haven't had any other reason. The Dolphins run a pitch play to start the second half. No gain on that. I don't know. I thought being aggressive, like they were in the end of the first half, was kind of a better look for them. Kept the Bengals defense a little off balance, but if you try and run on them, that's where they're going to get you because, wow, Eli Apple actually made a tackle. Oh, no, it wasn't him. Sorry. Yeah, that wasn't Eli Apple. He doesn't tackle anybody.
Yeah, he doesn't. Doesn't tackle, barely covers.
Waddle in motion here. Teddy back behind center, flanked by 2 running backs. You don't see that a ton in the NFL, and they're going to call illegal motion on this one.
Yeah.
It's on Armstead. I know it's him because they're showing him in close-up. Once again, those of you that don't know this, I don't watch the games with sound. It's rare that I watch them with sound, but once in a blue moon, I'll listen to them with sound. James Clark needs Hill to get 15 more yards for the big money. He's going to get at least 15 yards. He is wide freaking open.
You're good. You're good.
You're good. He's probably going to get 150. I mean, he is wide open.
Yeah, you're good.
Teddy throws it back, and he just throws it up for grabs, and it's intercepted down at about the 40-yard line. They're calling it incomplete, but he was clearly in bounds. We'll see, maybe he was bobbling it when he went out. But, I mean, he clearly got both feet in. No, he didn't. 1 foot in. All right. Stand corrected.
Those are money-saving players right there.
Yep. It's just really a bad that was really just a bad play by the defensive back. You see these guys make these tightrope catches, really be conscious of where their feet is all the time. And then to see a guy do, like that, just basically lazy about it.
Yep.
We got third down, Teddy back to pass. Once again, a lot of time he throws it, and this one was a little bit of a floater. And it's 3 and out for the Dolphins, so the defense is going to have to come in here and do something. BYU takes the opening kickoff of the second half, gets out to the 30. I have a feeling BYU is going to rack up some numbers here in the second half.
I mean, they can, as long as Utah State in that instance don't do nothing.
Well, if they get so the Dolphins punt, not a very good punt. The Bengals get it at the 35-yard line. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. It was interesting halftime for sure. See what happens in the final 60 minutes. And, of course, we'll see you tomorrow morning. We'll see you Saturday morning. We'll see you Sunday. And make it a winning night, whatever you're on.